Welcome to Step Up Unfiltered, the home of uncensored conversations with extraordinary individuals tackling life's biggest challenges and bridging the vision. Now, as always, we are live on Luton Urban Radio on the second and fourth Thursday of every single month. But if you do want to follow us on YouTube, it's step.up.coaching, and on Spotify, it is Step Up Unfiltered. So again, here with a very, very special guest, someone I've been trying to get on the pod for a little while now. Scoot over a little piece.
Yeah, over here.
Nice one, G. Yeah, perfect. So if you can tell the people your name, age, what you do for a living, and a fun fact that not everybody may know.
Fun fact, damn, I hate that question. So my name is Cam Thomas, 28 years old, I'm from Milton Keynes. I'm a musician. Fun fact, man, put me on the spot. You know what, I guess a fun fact.
Go on.
My day job, I'm an accountant. Not many people know that, so I let that one loose just for you, bro.
Yeah, that is interesting actually, because that's actually a question I was going to get to later, but I'll ask it now.
Yeah.
How do you balance being an accountant and a rapper at the same time?
You know,
it's a lot.
I don't. That's the best answer, is I don't really. I try my best, but balance is definitely it's not my strongest point. So the lines are definitely blurred. I just do my best to be as efficient as possible at my day job, so that I don't have to end up working long hours.
Sure.
Free up time doing obviously what I'm passionate about and what I'm working towards. So that's how I kind of navigate that, really.
I rate that. And I assume you're in the office.
Nah. So I'm at home majority of the time, which
that's
obviously very beneficial.
That's
very
very flexible.
Man. Yeah,
I hear
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
It's similar to me. How I balance the coaching business,
yeah,
podcast, work. Working from home definitely helps. It just means you don't have to travel into the office as well. Eyes on you all the time, but we better leave that one there. We don't really get cancelled.
Get fired out here.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
However, obviously we go back a long time.
Yep, we do.
But what was life like growing up in Milton Keynes for you?
You know, as far as I can remember, obviously back when I was in Milton Keynes full time, I guess the last time that was secondary school, which is probably around the same time that we kind of knew each other, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, Milton Keynes was, back then my life kind of revolved around basketball, school, and that was it really. Obviously, I know we're probably gonna dive into a couple of things, but I always had my extracurriculars back then during school, even music. I was doing music back then, but mostly basketball, man. That's where my memory takes me back to during those years, you know what I'm saying?
So you didn't actually grow up in Milton Keynes?
Yeah, grew up there, grew up there. But I've got a real bad memory, so it only goes back to secondary school. Anything before then, it's a blur to me. I could have been anywhere. Bro.
Yeah, I hear you, because you've always done a lot from what I've obviously seen on social media as you've grown.
Yeah.
So that is quite interesting. Did you have any challenges growing up when you were younger?
I'd say not any more than the average person. I feel obviously we grew up in a generation where things like racism and whatnot it wasn't, it could have been a lot worse. Don't know how it'd be your experience, but my experience was I never really experienced anything life-changing or dramatic to that extent. So
Milton Keynes was always very, very diverse.
100%, yeah.
But one question I've got for you actually, I just thought of this now, is did you have any challenges as someone that's mixed race? Because I've had mixed race people on the show, and one person said not at all. Yeah. One person, my boy from Australia, super confident guy, has just got on a huge TV program, and he was saying all the challenges that he's had, not only in Australia, obviously where they've got no black people, but then coming over to the UK and black girls calling them out, calling them Milky Bar kid. So strange.
He's not white.
I was shocked.
Race.
I was shocked to hear it.
What?
I don't know. It might be because he got the Aussie accent. I don't know.
Yeah.
But did you have any challenges?
I'd say my friendship group, we all used to pick fun at each other anyway. So if anything, it was just banter. People be calling me yellow and stuff like that.
Yellow.
But that's your yellow bone, anyway. That's not even really
yellow is a poor one.
It's not even an insult.
Yeah.
If you're a yellow bone or a red bone, that's just what it is.
But when we were growing up, light skin was in. Light skin was.
I mean, it's always in. What do you mean?
It was extra in those days. Every girl just wanted to be with a mixed race. Look, Africans in now.
Is it? Oh, true.
Burner Boy did.
I mean, it depends what we're talking. Depends what we're talking about, you know. And everyone is preference, right? It's every subjective, you know.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I can't speak from a female perspective, so I don't know.
You know from a female perspective. You know the attention that a light skin man we get.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, so again, yeah, when I met you, obviously we met through our boy Paul.
Yep. Shout out Paul, man.
We used to obviously love sports.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best basketballer ever.
Football.
But I was a football rugby man. But I was just a good athlete in it, so I could run around.
Yeah.
Couldn't be too much with the technique.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he got quite into basketball when he met you. Obviously, Jordan Spencer.
Yeah.
He went on to try go to the States, and now he plays and quite a good standard in the UK.
Oh, Jordan, yeah. Jordan's been doing his thing for as long as I can remember, man. We used to hoop together.
Exactly.
Westwood basketball courts.
But you were a couple of years younger than us, though.
Yeah.
So you were quite young, but obviously you were good at what you were doing. So
you 30, yeah?
Yeah, I'm 30, man.
Damn.
It's happening, man.
This guy old, boy.
It's the year of the dirty 30. But trust me, you know what? 30's never looked so good. You know, I just told you I come back from Marbella.
Yep.
Sorry about the croaky accent, but Marbella mobbed.
That's what's up, man.
We did Brazil and Mexico start this year, so trust me, 30 ain't a bad time.
30's a new 20, that's what I keep telling people.
Bro, do you know what, what they say? From what females say anyway.
Yeah.
They always say that like men come into their prime between 30 and 35.
Alright.
It's a good time to be
I'm here for it, man.
Because it's like when, you know, you're looking good, you've been in the gym for a few years, you got your money on point, you got a good job, so you've actually grown.
Money on point, I don't know about that, but you know, it's subjective again, but yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do your thing. So, you know, compared to like 18 years old,
obviously,
you're just coming up into the game.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to chat to girls, all that kind of stuff.
I guess, yeah.
So you become more experienced. They always say kind of women obviously go for someone a bit more experienced, whereas men sometimes go for someone a bit younger.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's weird psychology, man.
it's all dating psychology.
Yeah, it's all kind of mad. It's all kind of mad to me. I stay out of that.
I hear that. That's more my forte.
Yeah, that's what I'll be in the studio.
I know, you're dedicated.
I'll be at the shows. That's about the extent of my...
oh, you're my fan? Oh yeah, cool.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So did you have plans on being a pro baller?
You know, I guess if you're of the mindset of like you want to take whatever you do to the highest possible level, I guess it's natural for you to think that way. So yeah, for me, that was obviously the ambition for a long time in my life. Obviously, I took it to where I did. Obviously, I didn't turn pro or anything like that, but it just kind of fizzled out naturally for a multitude of reasons. Just kind of gravitated away from it, which is a shame because, you know, I got no regrets. I don't really have regrets in life, but I look back and wish that I, you know, might have treated things or thought things through differently. And I would have definitely kind of applied myself more if I could do that again. So, yeah, of course I would have loved to be a pro. Who wouldn't want to be a pro baller? You know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying. But no, that's what I'm saying. You obviously were very good. You're very talented, and especially you're a couple years younger than the boys.
Yeah.
So where did that fall off?
I think I was like maybe probably like around like 16, 17. Started like smoking, stuff like that. You know, I used to be at practice thinking about, oh, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to smoke on some. Can you swear on here or not?
No.
I'll be on some BS.
But yeah, I mean, if you let out a couple, it's not the worst.
Yeah, trying to go back and smoke. Just like, that's just lame. You know what I mean?
I've never been that guy. I find it so interesting. Like, me and Paul,
Yeah.
our downfall, because I was playing at quite a good level of football, club-wise anyway. But yeah, it's going out, drinking, girls.
Yeah. See, that's like, that's never been much of a distraction for me. Obviously, who doesn't love doing that?
Yeah.
Like, we've all done it. I haven't done it to the same extent you have, but you know, swings and roundabouts. But like, I'm always usually focused on something, as you know, and that's always like not like the pinnacle's not the right word, but that's always like the driving force of my life. Whether that was basketball, whether that was like bodybuilding, whether that's music now.
Bro, I forgot. I haven't even written down anything for it, but I can go off the cuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I think before bodybuilding for you, it was the jerk thing.
I mean, that was before basketball. Well, during basketball maybe.
During basketball maybe, because I remember you guys like. It was quite cool because you had like the whole fashion thing going on. Yeah. Obviously, you were obviously dancing, going to different places. I don't know if you're going to different events. I don't know how far you took it, but from I guess, from like I don't know what's the word, but from a culture point, you looked very, very on brand. Everyone looked good at what they were doing and whatnot.
I've grown up around that talented and creative, and just like cool people.
Yeah,
like these guys are all doing amazing in their respective fields.
Yeah,
and I feel like Milton Keynes has born. Well, to be fair, we're probably not even all born in Milton Keynes, but I know for a fact we grew up there. So Milton Keynes has made a lot of like just wavy individuals across the board.
Yeah,
people that like you won't even realize are from MK because not everyone shouts about it. So yeah, even like dating back to them, man. Like when we did the whole jerking thing, dancing thing, people really don't even know what jerking is nowadays.
You can't know. Like, I'm a jerk, new boys. I'm a jerk.
Yeah, that's old. Now. That's like what 2000 and what 10, 12 around that.
Yeah, 2010. I reckon.
Which is crazy. But yeah, man. Like that's all. You know, you look up to what they're doing in America. It transcended to the UK.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know many other groups at that time that were doing it in the UK.
London.
Okay.
London. There were. If you wanted to find them, it was London. That's where like I think we did maybe like one of those competitions straight in London, and we were like, for us, that's like going to like the Mecca kind of thing. Because like, all these men who like dress like us, look like us.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
How did you get on in the competition?
You know, I can't remember, bro.
Fair enough.
I can't remember.
It's been a minute.
It's been a
minute. But when did that all divulge?
You know, that was
just when the fashion kind of ended.
That would have been a couple of years, if that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like one of those phases, and I think it probably, and that transcended into music after that. In fact.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the group we used to look up to in America, I always tell people, they started making music. First thing we did when I bought a mic, we started making music too.
What was the group? The New Boys?
Nah, they were called the Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Called the Rangers, bro. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure before that, I was not like, you know, writing lyrics, making music or anything. I may have been before that. I'm not 100% sure. Cause like I used to have a mic and whatnot, so we'd record a lot of stuff.
But this is my thing where I find it very interesting that you never kind of got into that club culture.
Yeah.
Because obviously, a lot of the stuff that you're doing kind of ties into that, or people fall into that. The rap, which we're going to go into extensively, not so much bodybuilding, of course, but
let's go to the club.
Even basketball in some sort of sense in terms of the culture, and especially jerking, because you're jerking. Obviously, I've seen you jerking at clubs. I remember seeing the pictures of it.
Really?
So, yeah, like it's very interesting. I never transitioned over.
I mean, you know, we used to go out, you know, as teenagers do, right? But as we were speaking before we even went live, like I have never been on like a lads clubbing holiday.
Yeah.
Never really done that. I think, I don't know. I can't even put my finger on it. Why we never, you know, it used to be more of like a weekly thing.
Yeah.
But it used to be like before we were like legal. That's when I feel like we went out the most.
I get that. It's more exciting.
Like, and then after that, it's just like it's the same old.
I feel like clubbing when you're like 17, 18, like
feels like you're doing something cool.
Yeah.
Now you like you ain't really gonna catch me until I feel
it has to be a spot.
Yeah, whether it's an event or celebration or something like that. But I just don't feel like sometimes like why am I doing this?
Yeah.
You know,
I hate
spending X amount of money when I'm not where I want to be in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that when I'm where I want to be, and I ain't got to worry about what I'm spending or. Do you know what I mean? That kind of mindset for me.
That's why you need. That's the kind of mindset you need if you want to make it. So
yeah, man, you gotta be ready to make sacrifices for sure.
Focused. I like that. Focused. So before we go into the rap stuff, because that's a whole section, 2 sections in itself. Talk to me about the bodybuilding, because I remember when I used to see you. You're athletic, very athletic, but nothing crazy. And I remember I got into my gym thing maybe at 16, 18, started getting nice, quite lean, nice little physique, strong. So I played tried to play American football at uni.
Alright, that must be fun.
I got into the firsts, but straight away, but coach was like, you're gonna have to put on some size. So I put on some size quickly.
Yeah.
But some of these boys, man, especially
Yeah,
some of the
big,
boys
man.
weren't roids.
Yeah.
So some of these boys were just 16 stone, 18 stone. I'm like 12 and a half
You're 12.5 stone.
at that time.
Oh, okay.
At that time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah. From 11 and a half stone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You just weren't ready for the.
And you got
And that's
like
it,
even in, like I made sure I played wing back.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to ever go up against people that big, but you know, even in training you have to. And
Yeah.
I seen how many people got injured. I was like, I ain't doing this for free. But yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised, but that sounds fun. I would have loved to do that. Obviously, you've seen the Heisman music video, and
Of course.
that was fun as hell, man. Like,
Of course, I see you. You
I
learn
love
drills
stuff
and
like
that.
Yeah, we did a little something, you know. That's
Guys,
fun.
honestly, this is a very, very talented artist. You got to go check out some of his
Sure.
music. Heisman is a great one. Underrated is my personal favorite. Entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird one.
People
Yeah.
sleep on that.
You know when like some of your friends do music.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
but you are actually probably the most talented that I know.
I mean, if I wasn't, I'll be very surprised. Nah, I'm not
I like
even.
that. I like
I'm not
that.
even like
Finally, we cracked him for cockiness. We cracked him.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm just being 100%.
No. You are.
Like-
I'll give you that. I'll give you your flowers on that.
Yeah.
I'll give you your
Shit.
flowers on that.
Like, I would not do it if I wasn't,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I would not do it, you know.
You
I can have a solid life, solid career. I can have all of that if I wanted it.
Yeah.
But I know I'm here for, you know, a bigger purpose. So.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. And then before we obviously go deep into that, the bodybuilding. So when did
Yeah.
that become a thing?
So I did my A levels at a place called County Upper School. So it's like they had a basketball academy.
Mhm.
That was A levels. So what? I think that's like 18, 19,
18, yeah.
20 maybe. So I was still hooping. Obviously, I was still hooping. Still, like, it was still heavy. Like, we were playing every day. Obviously, at an academy, you know, you're hooping before school. You're hooping after school. You got games. Like, heavy schedule. You know, not as crazy as, you know, some places out there. I'm sure, but you know, doing 2 years of that, it's kind of like not necessarily a crossroads, but it was like, I ain't really good enough right now to go to the States, to go to college, nothing like that. Probably could have if I wanted to really push myself, but I wasn't pushing myself. I was, you know, out here, you know, just kind of coasting.
Yeah.
I had like, in my head, it was like, I'm gonna just get my grades, I'm gonna go uni in the UK.
Yeah.
So, you know, year 2 came around, coaches, it was obvious I wasn't really putting in effort on the basketball court. I was going to the gym. Like, going to the gym was messing up my performance on the court because, you know, if you're lifting before like a game or something, like your jump shots going over the backboard and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just gradually transitioned, and eventually I had a conversation with my coach at the time. I still chat to him now. It's crazy because he actually heads up an academy in Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay.
He's not even from Milton Keynes, but that's another story entirely. It's a mad coincidence. But yeah, I had a conversation like, listen, coach, I think I'm just going to focus on my exams for the rest of like the semester, or academic year, whatever. And then after that, you know, I'll just head down with bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is like the gym, as you know, it's just, you catch the bug, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. Like, and especially me, I'm easily, like, I feel like I'm quite easily influenced. Not easily influenced, but if I, you know, I get my teeth stuck into something, that's me now.
Yeah.
So I was head down, tunnel vision with that for like, I don't know, maybe 4 years, 5 years from that point onwards. Obviously I ended up competing, you know, I ended up thinking, I want to be a personal trainer, I want to do this, I want to do that. Did everything I needed to do to start doing that, and I was doing that at one point. But then I just came to a point where I just wasn't even enjoying it, bro.
Yeah.
Like the PTing thing, it's like everyone who gets into the fitness industry and has some sort of success, like on a social media level, it's like, all right, now I have to be a PT.
Yeah.
Now I have to be an online coach.
Online coach.
Or an influencer.
Yeah.
But not everyone is built to be that. Like you can just enjoy the gym and live a healthy life
Yeah.
and whatever
Yeah.
without being a PT.
Yeah.
But
That's where you make your money.
yeah,
Big bucks.
yeah. Like I tried it. It didn't really work out. And then at the time, you know, I met my girlfriend just like towards the end of uni, and then obviously you know what it's like when you meet your girl. It's like everything else is
You get
everything
fluffy.
else, bro.
You get fluffy.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that was like my bodybuilding stint.
So how far did you get when you competed? How'd you get on?
So I think I won my first show.
Oh, nice.
That was my first that was a natural show, first show. Then maybe I did 2 more. So first was like the men's physique, which is more like the whole looking pretty and stuff like that. Second, I started moving up to like, I think it was junior bodybuilding at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe like under 23s or something like that. So I think I came like maybe 3rd.
Good.
At a couple shows. So nothing crazy, but you know how it is. On the bodybuilding stage, it's different kettle of fish. Like, you know, you've got genetics that come to play, you've got the other extracurricular supplements that come into play.
So question, did you ever take it to that next level where you obviously got involved in
Yeah, I did. And that's what I mean when it comes to like the bug. It's like a brainwash thing.
Yeah.
Fitness industry is, now I'm outside of it,
toxic.
And I'm still in touch with certain people in it. It's a crazy thing. Like bodybuilding in general is crazy. Like I would like not recommend it to anyone.
Wow, that's so interesting.
But it's not speaking it negative, not even speaking on it from a negative standpoint, because
that's your honest opinion.
people who bodybuild, they're the most disciplined people in the world, which is an amazing trait to have. But it's just what it takes away from your life. I don't think the trade-off is worth it.
Yeah.
But if you do, that's fine, and do your thing, as long as you're happy. But when I was in it, I would have told you that I was happy.
Yeah. I think that's the
So
thing.
only coming out of it now, being out of it for several years, and still looking back at those people doing that stuff, it's like, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Do you know what's really interesting? I was watching a debate show. I don't know if you ever watched like a Jubilee show. And it was like people that are jacked, and then people that are overweight, obese.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they had Greg Doucette on there. They had some big, huge guy. If I showed you on Instagram, you'd know who he is. And they were just saying, like, both of them were saying, Greg was saying, I wish I would have just stopped at a certain level. So I was just pushing myself through injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you'd see Ronnie Coleman's probably the best example. But then even people younger than that. You got the Swedish guy that died not too long ago.
A lot of people have been dying.
A lot of people have been dying recently because people just take it to the set, and social media's made that even worse.
Yeah.
You're constantly bombarded by other people that have great physiques.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time you don't even know that's lighting, that's angles, all sorts of things, but you still get it into your head. And that's even happened to me, where I've been like, it's lockdown, and I was doing way more cardio than you. I never do cardio, but I was doing my little, Insanity DVD and whatnot.
I remember that.
And I was like, why am I not getting jacked? I'm seeing these guys jacked and like, nah, I'm effing up and whatnot.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you know more than, better than anyone as well. Obviously, it comes down to the nutrition. So like, these things aren't magic pills, like, it doesn't happen overnight. You can't take away the fact that these people are very dedicated individuals.
Oh, of course.
Hard-working individuals. And if I'm being completely honest, a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
To be successful in bodybuilding, you have to be in a particular mindset, and it's not that healthy.
No, of course
it's
not.
not that healthy.
Of course not.
To the people around you, to yourself. And yeah, in my opinion, it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, I know some people who are extremely successful from bodybuilding.
Sure.
Extremely successful. And that could have been me, I know for a fact. Whatever I get my hands on, whatever I touch, I'm gonna be successful at what I do. So it could have been me. But I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, have that, that's cool, that's fine. Like, I'll do my thing another way.
Yeah.
A way that I'm like more, I guess, just get more enjoyment out of.
Yeah, sure.
Like, and music came before bodybuilding. Like, that's what maybe some people don't realize, you know what I mean? Music came before the majority of things in my life. I just didn't continue it.
So you had to put that on the back burner to follow like the bodybuilding dream at that moment as well.
Now, the music just fizzled out at first because confidence thing.
Yeah.
Still suffer with it to this day, I get nervous if I show someone my song for the first time. To me, it sounds whack. Even though I know it's good, when I play it to someone new, it's like, damn, it's just anxiety, self-consciousness.
Waiting for that smile, that
grin.
grin.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it fizzled out first time when I was like, 14, 15, like I said, out of a confidence thing. I put out a whole mixtape. I was handing out CDs at school and stuff.
Wow.
Everyone in my school knew I was that guy who made music, and from that point onwards, everyone was always on my back, like all my friends. Bro, why you stop doing music?
Yeah.
Get back on it, because
that's good though. It's good to have those supportive friends.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's an easy market that people can really be on your side or not.
Or against.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, if I continue doing music from that age, I'm sure we'd be having an entirely different conversation.
I'd like to hear that. Right, we'll get back into that after the break. So obviously we just had a great chat about bodybuilding. That's actually something that I'm very into as well. And gym and whatnot. But let's get into the rap.
The rap, man.
That's what we're mainly here to talk about. The rap.
The real stuff.
The real stuff. So how did you get started in your rap career?
Like ever, for the first time ever, or like the real?
For the first time ever. Let's start off. We do the whole transition.
Yeah.
First time to the real stuff.
So so first time, as I was saying about, back in the dance group days, I'm not 100% sure if we started making little, because I remember making like grime tracks and
that's weird.
like me and Spence were. So I'm not sure whether that came before the whole dancing thing or not. It might have been around the same time, 13, 14, 15 years old. But all I know is, around that time, we was recording, our own demos, like little USB mics sticking in our laptop, making demos, rapping on beats, remixes and stuff like that. Nothing crazy at first, and then once the dancing kind of faded out, everyone else kind of stopped making music. Obviously it was always for fun, but everyone stopped doing it for fun. It no longer was fun, I guess. But me, like I said, once I got my teeth stuck into something, I'm gonna keep running with it. So I kind of seeked out a studio, because obviously I knew it wasn't sounding right, it wasn't sounding amazing. You want to get in a studio and record with some real equipment and whatnot, and producer and engineer. So I remember finding a studio. It was in St. Albans. It was called Unsigned Studios.
So you're going from Milton Keynes to St. Albans,
yeah,
and then how much studios cost as well?
So back then it was like £30 an hour, and this was a very good studio.
That's very cheap.
Extremely good engineer. So back then I didn't work. Might have had like a Saturday job, I don't know, but it was a case where, Mom, Dad, can I go? Do you know what I mean? Family and whatnot, just helping me out. To which maybe over a course of, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year, I had like 10, 12 songs, put a mixtape together. And my man Theo, he's from MK as well. He put artwork together for me. It was called First Period, my first mixtape, First Period. And yeah, I remember the artwork. I still got copies of it. There's definitely people out there who have copies of it too. And yeah, put that out. Back then there was no streaming, no Spotify, no Apple Music. So it's either physical or you've got mixtape sites like Hot New Hip Hop, Dat Piff, Dat Piff?
Dat Piff, of course.
Them kind of sites. Because we used to have to go find all our music on those sites, download it, put it on our iPods, or it was iPods. There weren't phones back then.
It's a download.
iPods, bro, make all our playlists and whatnot. So put that out. Continued for a while after that, I believe. I remember I even recorded an SBTV freestyle back in them days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it never came out though, which I can't remember why, but yeah.
A lot of little men put out SBTV.
Yeah, it's probably a good that it didn't come out, to be honest. But yeah, did that, put a mixtape out, and then it just like I said, confidence. And back then, I don't know, if I'm putting myself in my shoes back then, I guess what I would have been thinking is, how does this happen? Like what does like to get to the next stage even look like? I don't know, because it's very different now. So yeah, ended up, then I did my A-levels, fitness took over, blah, blah, blah. I was away from the music, you know what I mean? Obviously still love music, but it just played a different role in my life.
So how much were you able to get your stuff out there at that moment in time?
Just handing stuff out. I remember literally messaging people on Facebook, sharing it on Facebook. Facebook was the platform back then. And it did the rounds like around Milton Keynes, like people, used to within like my age group, they would know me as the guy that did music or whatever. But it was, like I said, I don't really know how you actually took that next step back then, because I didn't do it. So I genuinely don't know.
Probably was the SBTV, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And if you made it on that and got viral moment online, not obviously as viral as stuff goes now.
Yeah,
but
similar.
Yeah.
Similar. And then I guess from there you get picked up maybe by a label or something. Obviously completely different now. So yeah, that was like maybe 15 years old, 16 years old. Fast forward, uni, blah, blah, blah. I went to uni, came out of uni. So this is like maybe like 8, 9 years later. like before COVID, maybe like a year before COVID, I just found myself like, so I was commuting a lot for work. So I used to be in audit, so I used to go to client sites quite often. And you know, touch wood, I'm real bad, but even back then, I used to write lyrics when I was driving, like to these places. Yeah, real bad habit. But yeah, writing these verses, and then come a point where I was like, this sounds right.
Writing these verses on your phone, like one hand on the phone, just bad. I know. But yeah, the verses were sounding good, man. And then I remember I recorded a voice note, like spitting one of the verses, sent it to my guy. I kind of did that for a while, just back and forth, like, yo, this is cold, bro. This is keep writing, keep doing your thing, you know, just organic. Just don't force it. Just, you know, I was just enjoying it. And then lockdown hit. Well, first obviously COVID got announced, whatever. Lockdown hit. I remember one of my boys that I met at County Upper, the Basketball Academy. I sent some demos to him because he kind of knew about the music thing, because I would have told him when we were playing together. And he was like, bro, you need to like get in the studio, like what's good, like you need to get some equipment, blah blah blah. Long story short, he bought me like all the home studio equipment I needed to set up shop and to put like record like, you know, studio quality vocals. And you know, my dad, he's self-employed, he had like a spare office in the place he works. We literally, he let us, you know, kind of renovate that into a little home studio. And boy, I still record there to this day sometimes. You know what? So that was free.
Yeah, wow. yeah. I mean, shout out to my man E. Shout out to my man E, who, you know, bought all that stuff. I wouldn't have had nothing that I've recorded so far if he didn't, you know, buy me that. It ain't cheap.
That is the absolute, you know what I mean? Jackpot. That is.
Yeah.
So I remember even like mates rates, I was trying to do the same thing in Luton. Even my boys just offering silly price.
Yeah. Like one of my friends, he started doing music with me back when I was a teenager. Like when I first started, he never stopped. He's now got a fully kitted out studio. He's like one of the most talented individuals I know. But yeah, you know, everyone takes different paths, bro.
Of course.
You know?
Has he made it or?
You know, similar situation to me, similar position to me, really.
Yeah.
Difference is music is his that's his living.
Okay.
So he's a producer and an engineer. So, but as an artist, like in terms of where he is, you know, but he's got way more freedom than me because he is a musician. He has his own studio. That's his life. That's how he puts food on his plate. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
And that's what he loves to do. So he can.
So what does rap mean to you?
I guess rap to me, like, I guess, you know, rap is an extension of hip hop. So rap is like the verbal form of hip hop. Hip hop being like the culture that we know it. You know, it all started with, you know, DJing, b-boying, and then MCing over breakbeats and all that. And it's obviously developed into rap. So, you know, I was too young to really appreciate like the inception of hip hop. But obviously what we've grown up on and what we've been subjected to, rap is the main form of hip hop that we see day to day. So rap to me, and how I like to perceive rap, is it's a way of like, you know, expressing things, or for me, that I wouldn't say to people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just lay my cards out on the table like that. But on a song I would, which some people don't understand because they're like, why would you just put it out in public then? If you wouldn't even tell me or tell your family, do you know what I'm saying? But to me, that's what it is.
You're comfortable.
Yeah. And of course, sometimes it is just less serious and it's like, oh, let's just make something that sounds good, it's catchy. But what I love about rap is the fact that I can like get something that I didn't even know was burdening me. It was just in my subconscious somewhere in my mind and it just comes out.
Of course, yeah.
Like I don't even know what that is. Something just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
so
course.
To me,
yeah,
that's what it is to me, man.
Love that, man. Love that. So why rap? Why not another genre?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like that must just be like a surrounding thing, like an upbringing thing. So my sister was into R&B. Yeah,
you continue talking.
Yeah. No, I do the thing. Yeah, crazy in there. What's going on?
You've got to send out a party.
Crazy.
Diddy party. So, bro.
That's all good, man. So why rap the genre? Yeah, I think it was my upbringing. Like Kelly, my sister, she used to play a lot of like UK rap back in the. I remember watching Channel U all the time.
Okay.
So I was subjected to Channel U, MTV. This is where music videos were all on the on the TV, and you'd watch music videos like just hours on
All
end.
the X-rated videos.
No,
After
no,
11,
like-
no, not that
I
side of
was thinking
things.
some.
No, did you ever not remember? I don't think they do it as much anymore, but like, I don't know if you ever at a party or something like that. You watch Kiss
Swear.
after like 11 o'clock.
It's bad.
I never forget Fiesta. And be like, is this Fiesta?
What's that?
So they showed, Fiesta, R. Kelly.
Oh,
Fiesta.
I ain't heard that. Yeah, I was like, what?
You hadn't seen it for time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
basically, like, after 11 o'clock, like, everyone was naked.
Topless and stuff.
Yeah, topless.
Yeah, fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't
Interesting
even,
time.
people don't really do much. Skepta did that crazy ass video one time, but
Yeah, of course.
that's when music, MTV, they weren't really running like that anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think just being subjected to all of that.
Yeah.
You know, my parents used to play a lot of R&B. That's what my dad's into, like old school R&B. And you know, I'm from, you know, from that kind of household. So I guess it was just that's just what I gravitated towards. But I love many genres of music. You know, I probably listen to more R&B than I do hip hop. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm in my R&B bag right now actually.
Alright, so who's your favorite R&B artist at this moment in time?
Well, I ain't got a favorite, but there's this one song that I'm just rinsing right now. It's called Purple and Orange by Kaleem Taylor.
Okay.
He's a UK R&B artist, in fact.
Okay, interesting. I'll write that down. I'm a big
Oh, that
R&B
song
fan.
is like, the song's crack, bro. The song's crack. But I'm not saying he's not my favorite R&B artist, but right now that's top of mind because I was spinning it on the way here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I can't even pick out like top people, but I listen to a lot of old school R&B, so I listen to like Donnell Jones,
Okay.
John B.
You're going old
Yeah,
school.
I'm talking about.
It's not
old.
the new school.
Drew Hill,
Do you
Blackstreet.
not like new school?
I
I
love
feel
this
like
school
R&B
too.
went dead for a little bit, but now
Oh,
I feel
new
like
school,
R&B.
dope.
I feel like R&B has definitely picked up. But to be fair, it's actually more the women now. The women are doing
Yeah.
their thing. The Scissors.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a
Yeah.
big
Summer
LMA
Walker,
fan.
Snow Allegra.
That's it.
Like, the list of talent is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's always been that way, but now we're just subjected to it like
Yeah.
more. The list is endless, bro. And I think in the UK there's more talented R&B artists than there are rappers in terms of caliber of talent. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of UK R&B, and bro, like obviously I now like grade music on a certain level because I'm a musician, so I hear things, and I like to think I've got, you know, a good take, good ear for music, and the talent of the R&B artists, down to the production, down to the, you know, vocal arrangements, is elite.
So what's your thought on that mumble rap, especially as a rapper now? I know you're serious about your bars.
Yeah.
Your
I mean,
Futures, your Lil Yachty's.
the thing is, you can be talented, you can be skilled at that. Gunna is an amazing artist.
Mm.
He's incredibly talented.
Yeah, it's a good
I don't know how hands-on he is, like from a production standpoint, but from a lyrical and like a flow standpoint, bro, he's crazy.
Mm.
So that's skill, that's technical skill. You can be a mumble rapper, but be skillful with it. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? You can be a mumble rapper and be whack because your bars are whack.
That's a good rebuttal. But
Yeah. Come
what
on.
about people that aren't as good, but then make still banging songs?
They're not as good, but they make hits.
Like Future in a way.
No, I think
obviously
you put him in the
Future.
Gunna
Okay,
category.
okay. Future's obviously kind of a goat now.
Mm.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, if you compare him to like a Drake, a J. Cole, but he's still at that level because he's got so many bangers.
I think Future's up there. I think Future's up there. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
I think you have to respect his musical ability, because I feel like he has a big hand in the production side of things too.
Yeah, of course.
Which is what I would aspire to get to that point, where, you know, you're directing the producer, telling them, you know, take this out here, put that in.
Yeah.
Let's try this. Let's try that.
You can tell he's
not just bringing up a beat
Yeah.
and yeah, these bars fit, let me just spit this over there. And, like, he's creative with it, bro. He created his own sound as well.
Yeah.
That's like, there's a difference between
He's a bit of big influence.
exactly. So
All I'm talking about though is like actually like rap talent
yeah.
as an actual just rapper.
So you think? Alright.
I'm trying to think of an example.
Yeah, I
You're not
need
gonna
to-
rake
you
to
know
the
what I mean?
heavens.
Yeah.
a little Uzi.
See, it's difficult because rap is like.
It's become so diverse.
There was a I was watching J. Cole podcast with Lil Yachty actually, and best analogy I've ever heard, right, about rap and the current state of rap.
Yeah.
It's like the Olympics, bro.
Okay.
Every different event in the Olympics is a different subgenre of rap. So we're all like track and field athletes, for instance. Yeah, I think that's not the whole Olympics, sorry. So like we're track and field athletes, rappers, right?
Yeah.
But you've got the 100 meters.
Okay.
You've got the 1500 meters. You've got the javelin, you've got the discus, whatever. This is all rap, this is all track and field, this is all athletics. But we all live in different spaces. We all excel in different
I hear what you're saying.
subgenres of that.
You got your mumble.
Yeah.
You got your
You got
pop.
your punches, you got your drill.
Even your country.
Nah, that don't fall within rap though. This is just rap. Track and field is rap. Do you know what I'm saying?
Let me think of what else it is.
It's hard though. I know what you're saying. But
Grime. UK rap even became a thing, like different to grime. I remember that was because like Krypton Conan's not really grime.
nah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You just have to. I like respect. I respect all talent, and even if I don't necessarily like gravitate towards something, like yeah, I'll listen to this in my car. I'll try and hear the good parts of it.
Okay, a KSI can make a hit, arguably.
I ain't even heard one of his.
Okay.
I probably have without realizing.
Yeah, you would have heard it on the.
Yeah,
you would have heard it on the radio.
But I haven't.
Obviously, he just kind of got into rap just as a thing because he's such a big influencer.
Yeah. See, in my opinion, I don't know whether people like that. I can't put words or thoughts in anyone's mind. I just don't know whether people like that love music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know whether they love it.
It's just
They might.
It seems more like a cool thing to do because they've made it.
Which
try
everyone
it,
wants to be a rapper.
Try it, track, yeah. Of course.
Everyone wants to be a rapper, right? It's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And you can be a rapper without loving music. I'm pretty certain that majority of musicians in the industry at the highest level are not that passionate about this.
Yeah.
They're passionate about what they get from it.
Yeah. The music, the lifestyle.
Yeah, like so with someone like that, I can't, like I said, I don't know, but that's my take on it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are your biggest influences?
So I always go back to my top 5 for this question. So Nas, Jay, DMX. I forgot my.
It's a great top 3.
Cole, obviously Cole.
Okay.
Who's 5? Nas, Jay, X, Cole, and Big L. That's my top 5.
Big O.
That's my top 5.
But a lot of people.
Yeah, but I grew up on Drake, so and obviously it's
Drake.
It's a subconscious influence there. Regardless, I grew up on that guy, so he's got to be thrown in the mix. So I'd say that's like, yeah, they're my biggest influences. I feel like Big Sean. I used to grew up on Big Sean, and Drake and Big Sean go hand in hand.
Wayne.
Wayne.
Was he never up there for you?
Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Probably, yeah. Like
Just isn't
the
cut
list
into
is
that.
the
Yeah,
list
the
is
list
long.
is-
Yeah,
the list is
the
cool.
list is long. Yeah, but
Yeah. Alright, no,
There's a lot
that's
of
a
artists,
good. That's a good top, and also lyrical as well.
Ooh,
Lyrical,
yeah.
but can all make
Hits.
hits.
Yeah, Jay and Drake, they're the hit makers in that list. That's it, for sure. Yeah, and Cole's a hit maker.
Pac.
I love Pac, bro, but he just ain't top 5 for me.
Okay. I'd chuck to
I-
I could go all day.
Yeah,
with
that's what I mean.
people. It's a strong list either way.
There's a long list
It's a
of
strong
guys
list.
who can make that, and
It's a strong
you have no
list.
argument with. You know what I mean?
So, how do you genuinely feel
Yeah.
about the US comparison that you get? 'Cause I've even said it to you, not even tried to be like
Who?
that
you said
way.
it,
Yeah, because you get obviously you hear the twang in your voice.
Yeah.
But I 100% get it because I know when I've tried to rap, because my biggest influences are all from the US, it just happens. But how do you feel when people say that? Is it something that annoys you?
No, it ain't gonna annoy me anymore. I think what annoys me the most is when people try and tell me rap different.
Oh, really?
That's what annoys me the most, because it's like, this ain't an act, bro. I'm not, like, this isn't by choice.
Yeah.
This isn't something I've thought about or like learned to do.
Yeah.
This is just what happens when I write music and I record it. This is how it sounds. So you now want me, you want to take me and shape me in a specific way, fuck. Sorry, if that's the case, and I don't want to make music. You know what I mean?
Is that more from friends or actually people in music industry maybe trying to tell you?
You know, it can be anyone. It can be anyone. You know, and it's not it's not pressure or anything like that. People saying, no, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But you know, there's just subtle, subliminal,
Of course,
and it's just like, for me, it's frustrating because there's a line I refer in one of my freestyles lately, and I'm like, it's like trying to reteach the way that I walk.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is to me.
Yeah.
This is how I started rapping. I've now grown, I've progressed my skill to a certain level.
It's respected for this.
And to change that,
yeah,
I've got to reteach all those steps.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not an accent thing, it's a flow thing.
Was that I've actually always wondered this. Is that what kind of like motivated Sticks and Stones?
Yeah.
I heard a little caveat at the start.
Yeah, I don't know whether you saw. When Heisman dropped, it went viral on TikTok, on Twitter.
Amazing.
Yeah, but not for the right reasons, because it was all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, crazy amount.
See, that's the one social media platform I don't follow.
Yeah, neither do I really, but I must have paid for some promo on there.
Okay.
And yeah, it went crazy. Everyone, obviously, mixture of positive and negative.
Yeah.
The majority negative.
Wow. Sure.
So yeah, I just wrote that off the back of that, man. You know, I'm not gonna go. Can't think another word for the B word that I want to say. I'm not gonna go on Twitter or social media. I'm just gonna put it in my music. That's what I do.
Yeah, no, it's cold.
That's what I do. You know.
It's cold. Good song. Another one, Sticks and Stones.
Yes,
May
sir.
break my bones. The words can never.
Yeah, man. But like, that's to me, it's not an accent. And listen to one of my songs, right? And then go listen to a US artist.
Yeah. No, it's hard.
If you think it's the same, then I'm sorry.
Do you know what it is? It's just because it's like now, I feel like it wouldn't be as different because now you've got so many popping rappers from Brum.
Yeah.
You've got so many popping rappers from. Who would have thought Scousers would have been somebody you could listen to 10 years ago?
Yeah.
You're literally so used to a kind of like hood London accent. That's so different to hear someone from the UK having something slightly different.
Yeah, and I ain't ever gonna sound like these, man, bro.
Yeah.
I never grew up like a road man.
Yeah.
You saying like?
Yeah. So.
We looked up to American. We played basketball. We were coached by Americans.
Yeah.
We used to be on the court. Yo, what's good, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
impersonating that kind of stuff.
100%.
So naturally, like, and if you don't understand that, or if you think we're wannabes, or if you think I'm a wannabe, it's like, I'm a grown ass man now, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So, what do you feel? Because I remember, I don't want to talk about me too much because I'm not a rapper at all. It's cool. But I remember like when I was trying to do my thing, and I was just doing the whole voice recording thing, whatever. I sent it to a few of the boys. A couple of the boys were like, what are you going to rap about more than your experiences? This is our girls. Like for me, I could talk about anything. Like, because you know, fairly knowledgeable guy. So race is something that can be brought out, as you say. You know, something that you didn't know was burning on your mind. But they were always like, you know, like what are you gonna talk about? Because you've never really been from the hood. Have you ever heard anything like that? And have you ever felt, I don't know, pressured to try, I don't know, have some like gang lyrics?
You know, I make some pretty, like, I've got a couple songs that are more greasy. Yeah. But I'm always coming from a place, and I'll make it obvious that I'm coming from a place of hypothetical, or I'm writing as a storyteller. The story's not mine. The story's someone else's. So that's a way I can tap into that without needing to act like I'm that guy. I'm not that guy, bro. I'm an accountant, bro. Yeah. But you know, we've all watched the movies. We've all got friends who are stuck in certain situations. So you can be influenced and you can bring that into your music. You know, just make sure you're not acting like you are that guy. Yeah. Because you could get caught up in something. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Do you not find it interesting though that so many people that aren't about that life want to have a bit of that life? So many rich kids, look at the Justin Biebers and stuff like that. Oh, like they want to have a bit of that hood life.
I mean, it's exciting, bro. It's exciting. Even females, like, you know, It's exciting, right? Like the whole bad boy image thing. It's fast money too. It's fast money.
Yeah, of course.
It's
I
fast
don't
money.
into that, you know.
What? Like, nah.
Being a bad boy, I was more into just being a lad.
I think I was
Didn't really
super
care.
gassed when I first watched like Kidulthood, Adulthood.
Oh,
and
of course,
stuff.
yeah.
Like back in them days, but
I got asked a question. I was on stage and I was speaking about men's mental health, and this woman asked such a like a leading question. She's like, "Don't you think that adulthood is a massive? It's the reason why knife crimes are at all-time high because they want to be like that."
crazy, yeah.
And I said, to be honest, I'll be very, very honest.
Mm.
I think it's more about the households they grow up in. And I know it's not what parents want to hear,
Yeah.
but a lot of that is from that. The kids not getting enough love. Parents not being here. So sometimes a single parent household. I know it's not the nicest thing to hear, but that's actually the leading cause of, you know, low grades,
Yeah.
more likely to go to prison. And I said, the thing is, a lot of people can watch adulthood and not want to have that life. They just get, you know, they're gassed by it. It's something nice to watch.
Exactly, and I don't know. It's glamorized, obviously, and
Of
on
course,
different
yeah.
platforms by different people, and it probably does have a subconscious impact on some certain kids. You can see by the way they dress nowadays. You know what I mean?
Do you know what the sad thing is?
Yeah.
The end result is always the same.
Well, what's the end result?
Someone they die by the end.
Yeah. But I mean, we've all got to learn our own lessons and go through our own trials and tribulations to figure out what it is we want our life to look like. And if that's what they want it to look like, do your thing, man.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We're back, and we've been talking. It's been boss talk.
You're trying to hear it now.
Hey.
Trying to hear it.
Cam says he can put his 5 fingers together, and he reckons he can basically rival all of them in the UK. There's no one outside of his top 5.
No, there's not. I can count on one hand how many people I look at and think, damn, I need to like. You're motivating me to level up, to progress. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's hard because I think most of my lyrical mirror
Are Americans.
people are all Americans.
Exactly. So you can't debate. Like, I'm not saying you can't debate me, but if someone can, you got to bring forward people who can spit, bro.
I think you said probably the first person I'm gonna come to my head. Dave.
100%, Dave.
Dave's
Elite.
elite.
His pen is, you know, I've seen talks recently about him being like top 5 worldwide.
I get it.
It's not from me. I'm just saying I've seen that.
I get it.
If you're in talks of that, I think Wale said it. You know Wale, right?
Yeah.
Wale said that, bro. And if that's coming from
Ooh.
Wale, then
Okay, this is a far fetch. You better laugh at me for this.
yeah.
But is there an argument for Central C? Central C is cold, you know. He's actually cold because as you said,
Lyrically, nah. No, I'm talking about, but this is subjective. Music is subjective. Rap is subjective, right? To me, an MC, you need bars, you need flows,
yeah,
and it's your delivery. He's got 2 of them.
he's got delivery.
He's got delivery, and he's got flow.
He's definitely got flow.
But the bars, lyrically,
I think
he gets off stuff that sounds sick,
yeah.
but there ain't no punchlines.
I think where I was disappointed with him recently was on the I'm not trying to say it's not a cold track, but the Lil Baby track. I heard a lot of regurgitated bars that I'd heard in previous tracks, and I was like, oh, okay. But when he first came out, I was like,
Like, he's hard.
for lyrics,
He's
even for bars,
He's a hit maker, bro. He's a hit maker. Like, he's cold. I just don't put him in that MC. And I'm sure, he probably wouldn't even argue with this. Because not everyone wants to be an MC, to be known as You think he wants?
Does. Yeah, I think
You
he
think?
does. But listen to him on the Drake freestyle. I think he wants to be an MC. Just like how Drake wants to be an MC.
I don't think
He
Drake
does
does anymore, bro.
Nah, he does. He went about Kendrick. If he didn't.
True.
He wants everybody to know, yeah, I'm the best hitmaker in the world, arguably.
Yeah. He is.
I can do pop.
He is the biggest hitmaker in the world, though.
And I can still beat 99.9% of you
Yeah.
in rap as well.
Yeah.
I think Central C's got a similar mindset. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
But I think you are very, very right. I feel like a lot of the best UK talent, they're all hitmakers.
Yeah, majority, because that's what makes money. And that's what people care
What do you
about.
think Krypton Conan?
Like, I mean, they're iconic in the UK. They're iconic. They had bars.
Boss.
They had everything. If I'm being like when and truly they had everything. You know, I never gravitated towards their music in terms of like listening to their albums. I'm an album person. Can't say I've ever deeped.
They had one nice
I
one.
probably have.
The 7 days and 7 nights one was that.
Is that the one with Tory? The Tory?
Yes.
Yeah. I like that album. That album's dope. Yeah, dope album.
2-piece.
I remember the thing that stands out to me with them two is when they did the freestyle on the Otis joint.
Yeah.
J and Ye. That was cold. You know, they were like the punchline kings at one point in the UK.
They were good. They were good.
Like, I feel like with their punchlines, they're the kind of guys who like they'll rap punchlines just to have a punchline though.
Yeah.
What I rate the most, that's a skill in itself. I'm not downplaying it. What I rate the most is you're bringing in punchlines, right, into a wider narrative in the verse, but the punchlines don't divert from that narrative. So everything's cohesive. So you're sticking to what you're rapping about,
yeah,
which is hopefully something of substance.
Yeah.
You got punchlines in there. It sounds hard because you're flowing,
yeah,
and your delivery, your voice, your cadence is cold.
Yeah.
If you tick in all those 3 boxes, to me, that's rap, that's hip hop. You're an MC, and I rate you.
Okay.
If you can do that and make a hit, you're Drake.
I'm surprised
You know
Kendrick
what I'm
wasn't higher on the list, you know.
You know
If
what?
you like that.
Few of my guys were Kendrick guys, like growing up, TDE guys, Black Hippie, and that kind of stuff. I was never on that bandwagon. I was bumping more Drake, more Cole,
100%.
more Sean, more Wale,
Yeah.
more Tory. I was on Tory from
Tory's
early.
Tory's my number one.
Yeah, I don't even know if we can speak about Tory, but
We can.
I don't know about that. All I'm saying is
We know
Tory's
that
cold.
happened,
Tory's
so-
cold.
We know that happened.
He's justice has been served.
If
for
we're
whatever.
if we're talking about someone that can transition in genres,
Yeah, bro, he's one of the most talented
he's my
musicians on the planet. It's,
of all time.
I wish people could, you know, when we're talking about, you know, controversial things that have happened, I wish people sometimes could separate the music, the talent from, you know, the action or whatever.
I said this the other day. We literally, me and my boy had we were doing like a birthday show, so we just kept it light.
Yeah.
And I was saying about how I'll always be able to separate the man from the
Same,
music, because
100%,
obviously
yeah.
you got all the Diddy stuff,
Yeah,
everything like that.
yeah.
I'll always be able. I was like, what? You don't expect me to ever dance to
Listen
R.
to
Kelly?
it, yeah.
And the worst thing is, bro, I'm in Now Club Marbella the other day, still banging Diddy, still playing Diddy.
Yeah, man.
How relevant is the Diddy stuff?
Yeah.
How recent is it? And
That's
everybody,
going on right now, like.
even all the girls, oh, no one.
Because no one's thinking about.
No one's thinking about that, you know?
Nah.
So, I agree with that.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are very simple-minded.
Agreed.
Yeah, it is what it
Agreed.
is.
And what I don't like about that as well, I feel like people decide who they want to hate on as well.
Oh, of
It's
course.
like two
when it's
people
convenient,
could've-
when it's convenient for them.
Yeah, it's like 2 people could have cheated,
Yeah.
and then the person you don't like that cheats is the biggest arse in the world.
Yeah.
But then the other person, I'm sure there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like when you want to hate someone.
That's
you don't
it.
hate them, but you're finding a reason to hate them. And then when that reason presents itself, you just grab hold of it, and that's it now.
I think Drake got a lot of that.
Oh, he's dealt with that his whole career, but he's thrived off it. He's thrived off it, and you have to if you're gonna make it to that level.
Be interesting to see how he does after this beat. But we'll go into the last quarter, because
Yeah.
I've still got some more questions for you on your rap career.
Mm.
So how did all these experiences, shape you from, you know, basketball,
Yeah.
bodybuilding, rapping,
I feel like
joking?
I can't really put it into words. I guess all I know is it gave me a hell of a lot to rap about. If I didn't like live my life in this way throughout the years, I don't know, like I'll be in the same situation similar to what you were saying. So what would I rap about? I don't really know, because all I do really, majority of the time, is I rap about, you know, I don't want to say my life because it's kind of corny, but I just rap about whatever comes to my mind, and I run with it. Depending on how a beat makes me feel, a beat will it must spark a certain like emotion or thought process in my brain, and then it just comes out of me. So I can only attribute that to what I've been through in my life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I can't really describe specific ways that the different my different phases of life have impacted me, but it comes out in the music. It comes out in the music.
I'm gonna know what your answer is to this, but what did you get most out of the transition between all the different things that you've done?
What I get most out of it? In terms of like what? Like,
what did you get out of it?
what I get out of it? You know, I think I've definitely built up a certain level of discipline.
Yeah.
Like resilience,
Yeah.
commitment, you know.
Focus and moment.
Yeah, focus, yeah, like all the stuff you need to be successful.
All the mentality stuff.
I guess
the stuff that you'd say as a coach.
Yeah.
To build your mentality. Focus.
The one bit I need to hold on to and that I am is consistency.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if I stuck to the basketball and I put my all into that, as I am now from the start and never stopped, never wavered, never started smoking, then I would have, you know, I'm not saying I would have made it to the NBA.
That's what I was gonna say.
But I could have played, you know, like my man Mo, like, you know, playing in Spain, playing pro, in EuroLeague, whatever. I could have done that.
Yeah.
I could have done that for 100%.
Yeah.
But I didn't apply myself.
Is it good money to do that in Europe now?
You know, I think it's all relative. Like, what's good money? People always say, "Oh yeah, this guy's on 100 and 120k. He's
100k, yeah, 100k.
What's good money?
I mean, if you're doing something that you love, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with 50k. I think that's pretty good money. If it's something that you love and that you're passionate about.
Yeah, I agree.
That's got arguably a short shelf life.
Yeah, it's not bad. Ain't enough for me though.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's just relative.
What I'm trying to say. Like, for me, like, I just want to, I hate to say it because I feel like it's become such a popular term. Even with girls, like, I think I'd earn 100k or more. But like,
is that what people be saying?
Yeah. That's what's on podcast 24/7.
But there's not many guys that do earn more than 100k.
You want to know how many it is?
How many?
2% of the UK.
2%?
Yes. You'd think it's a lot more.
2%?
Of course.
Yeah, but is that taken into account like business owners, or this is just people on a salary?
This is everybody in the UK.
2%.
Yeah, you think it would be a lot more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. People just say these phrases for fun, but I think when I know that I'm at a nice position where I want to be, 100k is like nice, like where I want to be. But then obviously you're always gonna want more. But I think it's important. Happiness is all about being content with where you are.
Of course.
Obviously, you can want more, but wanting more in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Not wanting more in a gluttonous
greedy
way.
or something.
Yeah.
Because 100k to me, I don't even think 100k with the way I'm living now would just allow me to just breathe a bit more and not stress. But it ain't gonna like change my life.
But then also that's kind of like, don't you find that's a very English way of thinking? Because you give someone in Jamaica 100k, they're the happiest person in the world.
Yeah, I mean it's not even English. It's just what's the word? It's capitalism, bro.
Yeah.
Like we all get wrapped up in debt. We all get wrapped up in car finance, rent, phones.
I think people do actually forget that like you can actually live a very nice life with a family.
Oh yeah.
Even if both of you earn 30k each, it doesn't sound like a lot.
Nah.
You're gonna have to give up stuff, but you can still have it. You can
Some
still
people
have a
cool
yard,
with that.
Of course, and I think that's like you know when you go away and you actually see Brit people and how they live. Like they're so happy with what they've got. A lot of them, they've got a family, they've got someone that loves them. That's what life's all about. Money is something that comes and goes. It's not a true value.
That's the thing, because I'm not like, I don't see myself as extravagant.
Yeah.
But I just don't ever want to feel like I shouldn't buy this, or I shouldn't go out and do this, or I shouldn't buy this food right now, or I shouldn't take a trip wherever for the weekend because I haven't got enough money. Yeah. And this might make me broke.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I should have to feel like that, bro. I should feel like I should do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm not going to Mayfair and £300 on a meal. That's not what I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to go to Nando's, I shouldn't have to think, damn, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not taking a mick with it.
I spent money last weekend. Do I want to go out again?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to think that way. I should just be able to do it.
Yeah.
I want to get to a point where I haven't got to think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that doesn't mean me going out and buying a Mercedes every month.
No.
That just means me not having to think about the normal things in life.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always say that. I always want to be financially free. To not have to think too much about what I want to do. Yeah, I agree.
Man.
I agree with that. So talk to me more about 5 Only, because I've always thought that was something that was really cool on the side of what you do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what it is. You need to tell me what it is, because I know it's a fashion brand, it's a content brand.
Yeah, I'd say 5 Only Entertainment, you know, first and foremost, I foresee that being a record label, you know?
Okay.
All of my music, 5 Only Entertainment, it's a company, it's a, you know, it's its own entity.
Is it a company you own?
Yeah, I mean, I'm director alongside, you know, 4 or 5 other people.
Okay.
And it owns all my music, you know, all my music is released under 5 Only Entertainment. The 5 Only, where does that come from? It's an obvious one. I used to wear number 5 when I played basketball.
Yeah.
And from a mentality standpoint, basketball is where that resilience, that kind of determination first grew within me. You know, I always kind of revert back to, like, you know, Kobe and that Mamba mentality. When I was on the basketball court, that's, you know, I was very tunnel vision. Despite the fact that outside of the basketball court, I was very reserved. You know, kind of not the most confident person in the world, not the most outspoken. But on the court, totally different. So, you know, when I say 5 Only, you know, so that's what it is. And yeah, it kind of came about around the same time I started getting back into music, started getting back into the studio. We've been running with it ever since, you know, in terms of like the clothing and stuff like that. That kind of just went hand in hand. You know, it's kind of like I feel like every big artist has their own umbrella. You know, you had Rockefeller, obviously Rockaware, Jay's brand. You had Dreamville, you know, you got their merch and whatnot. You got OVO, obviously.
Yeah.
You got TDE, Kendrick. Every icon in rap, in hip hop, has kind of an underlying, you know, whether you want to call it a brand, a label, a collective, whatever, that you know is like established and is kind of relevant to them, and you can feel a part of it.
But then again, don't you get that's I guess like US mentality, because I don't know how many UK artists.
Yeah, I know, but you would BBK, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously BBK.
Let's get to Soggy Don.
There's definitely more.
I don't think there's too many more, man.
You've got Sench now with the Signer.
Yeah.
I don't even know I know what the brand
She's
is.
coming out of underwear.
So that's crazy. Who else you got? There's definitely a few though.
Ardy, sorry.
Ardy's coming out of underwear.
My white rappers.
Shout out Ardy, man. Shout out Brian.
Shout out Brian. Ardy, cheeky
bars.
bars.
9's 100%. Because he's on that US influence too. 9's on the movies, on the.
It's one of my favorites.
It's cold. 9's is cold.
Club Circle.
But yeah, man, you're right. There's less UK artists that go down that whole. What's the word for it? It's like mogul.
Yeah.
Mogul artists.
UK, I feel like it's more about the hit.
Yeah.
It's more about the hit, the clubs.
There's less. I feel like there's less legacy over it.
Yeah.
Because we've never been as far reaching.
Yeah.
Never been as far reaching. You know what Sench is doing is the most far reaching we've ever seen.
100%.
It's insane, bro.
Skepta's crossovers.
Yeah.
Skepta's crossovers.
Dave too.
There's not too much more.
Like, yeah.
There's more of it now because I feel like Americans are actually starting to realize how good UK rap is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, how far have you come in your career, and what's the biggest milestone?
You know, if I'm being super critical of myself, which obviously I always am, I don't feel like I've come that far. Just from I always put it down to like, alright, can I announce a show next month? Can I sell it out? Whether that's 200, 300, 400 cap venue. No, I can't right now.
Okay.
I couldn't do that at the start. I couldn't do it now. I'm fine. I might be able to fill it up a little bit more now than I would have a couple years back. So progress has been made, but you know, we all want faster. We all want it to happen a little bit faster, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I can say is everything's slowly increasing. It's never been stagnant. It's never gone down. It's always been slowly increasing. I've got a hell of a lot better at rapping. Lyrically, my pen's got sharper. So continuous improvement I have to be satisfied with. And you know, my mentality towards it and my drive only continues to grow. So what more can I ask for? I know that things will happen when they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And if I was gonna say if it doesn't, it's not even a case of if it doesn't, it's just when it does.
Right. Again, the things that you need to make it.
Yeah.
And what's your biggest milestone?
biggest milestone probably is the Radio 1 Big Weekend Festival for sure.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about Radio 1. So,
Yeah, shout out to
what
BBC.
happens?
What a disaster. Well, it wasn't a disaster. Everything happens for a reason. Unfortunately...
Tell the camera this. Tell the audience.
Tell the camera, damn. I'm not going to name and shame, but unfortunately one of the band members couldn't make it on time, man, and that was a stressful day. Obviously, we had a 30-minute set that we were scheduled for, and I think we had to we did 12 minutes. I think we did like 4 songs max. So yeah, just to kind of felt on the day, obviously it felt like we kind of fumbled that opportunity. And I'm always someone that if I get an opportunity, I want to maximize it, like take full advantage of it, to absolutely rinse every ounce of benefit I could get out of a situation. Obviously, I wasn't able to do that. I did what I could in the 12 minutes. Feedback was amazing.
So my only question from that was, was there not a way you could have just started without him being there?
Nah, impossible.
Was that more a mindset thing, or you just couldn't do it anyway?
Nah, it's just not even possible. Nah. I mean, you're missing like the main part of the composition. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm saying like in terms of your
a backup would have been me being prepared with PA tracks. So just sticking it in the decks and that would have been a backup. But mentally, we prepared for this for months, bro. So in my head, live band. This is amazing. This is big. This is impactful. Changing that last minute and threw me off. It wouldn't have even hit the same. What we did was monumental in terms of I know for a fact that would have rivaled anyone else on that stage across the weekend. It was a moment. Yeah, it was a moment, man.
Yeah, keep it a rivaled Ray.
I mean, she's amazing. She had like a
Ray's
40
so cold.
She had like a 40 piece like orchestra, let alone band. Like,
she's on another level.
I mean, it was crazy, man, because obviously we were backstage and stuff. Like we were just walking around to the dressing room. We literally saw her pull up, and she just pulled up right in front of us. We were like, wow, crazy experience, like eye-opening. Obviously, super motivating. Off the back of that, I'm just like, when can we do it again?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
That's a huge opportunity. I'm so happy to see you get that, and that was my first show that I was supposed to be there for.
You missed it.
Whoa! I had a mix at A. Viago.
You need to get out of here,
Viago sold me fake tickets. And my tickets didn't come through. I went to Radio 1 the day before and I got quite messed up. And I made sure I was there early doors to see this guy.
You still missed it.
Early doors. I couldn't have done anything, man.
Crazy.
My guy didn't even make it because he was being sick.
Oh my god.
But the intention was there.
That's all that matters, isn't it? The intent.
But no, I definitely have to come and see you, man. Because I've been saying this for too long. But I think, again, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
But again, as you say, I think when you get in a relationship, things get busy and whatnot. But yeah, no, I have to come and see you, man. I have to come and see you. 100%.
Definitely.
So, what would you say has been your most memorable performance and what's been the most challenging? I mean, it could be the same.
It's probably the same for both of them, bro. Really, I mean, because of just the pure emotion, like, I shed tears that day, bro.
Yeah.
Backstage before I came on, I shed tears that day. The stress, the...
Happy or sad tears?
I mean, anger, I think. Like, that we just builds up to a certain level, you just can't keep it in no more.
I get it.
I think it's like frustration and anger. So, I knew that when I went out on that stage, every single second of that performance had to be like the best I've ever given, bro.
Was it even in the news?
Yeah.
This performer nearly lost
his literally. I think they were reporting. It was only like local news, but
news is news, man.
Yeah, I hear it. But yeah, man. Like,
so what's the reception been since?
That's probably been because I posted obviously the official like visuals of that on Instagram. And yeah, it's probably like the most engagement I've ever had. Like people are following me from that video. Obviously I put a bit of money behind it, but people just, it's probably because it's BBC, do you know what I mean? It holds a bit more weight.
It holds a lot of weight.
But people pay attention to that video, bro. Like, probably been my most successful like post on social media. Even now, like I'm still getting hella followers from it. So it was worth it, you know what I mean? What I got out of it, and if this dude being late meant that I did the best possible performance I could have, then if anything, it benefited me. Do you know what I mean? Because if he was on time, everything was cool, I wouldn't have had the same level of urgency, the same level of almost like just desperation, bro, on the stage. Then that wouldn't have resonated. It wouldn't have come across in the video, and it wouldn't have resonated to everyone that sees it on social media. Do you know what I mean? So everything happens for a reason, bro.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's a good way of looking at it. I
Mm.
read that. And what's your plans moving forward with the rap game? This may be a silly question, because I know you're just gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing. But what's next? What's big?
Yeah, I think, you know, in terms of like short term rest of this year, the thing is, it's kind of like being a musician in today's day and age is just like, you're doing the same thing. It's a constant cycle. Put out music, market it. Record music. Put more music out, market it. Record more music. It's just like a constant cycle. So for the rest of this year, I just want to push out as much music as I can. Next year, long term, as I said, I'm working on my album. First music where I've had control over every single aspect of the music from the start. So me and like I said, my friend who's got that studio now, we've been tapped in since last summer working on the album. We're probably like 100 hours deep on that album already. We've got a long way to go. But that's the best music I've ever created. For me, everything on that album so far, I haven't heard before from any other artist. Like completely original. The way I've approached certain things, I've never approached songs before. It's pushed me outside my comfort zone. So that album next year, without a doubt, it's gonna be my best work. What it does, who knows? Like, but that's gonna be my best work. So that's the next big thing coming up. Unless anything else comes, pops off this year, it's just gonna be more music, more of the same, more content, more videos. Just trying to expand my reach and reach more people, man, to build my fan base.
Love that. We've got the last and final ad break coming up.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go into some Kendrick, we're going into some Drake, we're gonna go into some fire round questions.
Yeah, okay.
So stay tuned. We're back for the last quarter of the show. So we're gonna
TikTok live real quick.
get the TikTok live up, of course. But you know what's actually mad? So I had my boy doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like a TikTok influencer, and he had Digga D watching.
For real?
How crazy is that?
I don't even know
And he lost his battery.
Flip camera, there you go.
So annoying. So we are also live on cams.
If it wants to work, I don't
If it
know
wants
what's
to
going on
work.
right now. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Jeez, okay.
On
Cool.
multiple platforms. Sniper out now on all digital platforms. There's always going to be a way that I've found a way to add that in. Alright, so we're going to go through a couple quick fire questions.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we're going to go on to Drake.
Alright.
Cool. So, statement from me. I like the fact that you rap about positivity. Especially as you said, before that you weren't about that gang life. I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
So I really rate that you bring that into your bars. What's that song? Would you say on Entitlement?
What else, bro?
I die to be the face of the youth.
Oh, no, it's underrated.
Underrated.
And
That's why I'm underrated.
I'll kill to be the face
To
of
the youth.
I'm
Bar.
bad at that.
Bar. So
Yeah.
is that what you want to be? Do you want to be that role model?
I mean, I guess I'm getting to the age now where I'm not really going to be the face of the youth, but that's what
Why not? But that's what we need. That's kind of
Nah,
what
I
I
feel-
want to. That's what I want to be in a way. I want to teach, instead of teaching kids to go into the gang life.
Yeah.
I want to say to guys, I'm not trying to say this is what everybody wants to hear. Go do some seasons. Go really get some skin in the game.
Yeah.
Go chat to a load of girls before you get into a relationship.
Mm.
Understand what female nature is like.
Yeah.
Go figure out what you really want to do. Understand different cultures, because not everything is London, is Luton, is Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Go get education in your head. Make the right decision. Like, I prefer the youth to be moving like that than getting involved in.
Yeah,
Dumb
100%. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm always going to preach positivity. I'm never going to come from a place of negativity. And if anything does come across negative, it's just more going to be probably speaking on, what can come from that, I guess, and any experience around that or anything I think is relevant to it. But yeah, man, I think if you're not preaching something positive, I mean, what are you really adding to, like, to society, I guess, bro? Like, obviously the music that doesn't or does preach kind of, you know, violence and whatnot. It's not that it's not good music,
It's great music.
but the thing is that is like some people's truth, right?
Yeah,
if that's
of
what
course.
they're living,
Of course.
if that's what they're, you know, they've been brought up around that, then what else can they rap about, bro?
Yeah.
They are just rapping about their struggle, they're rapping about their hustle, their grind. So you have to respect it either way, and eventually they'll come out the back end of that, and they'll be able to speak from a place of knowledge and experience, and then that will help the next generation, you know?
But I think as we kind of discussed, I think it's about having that switch. It's like, you know, it's so, becoming so popular for like girls to get involved in OnlyFans and not think about the future, not think about the fact that, you know, that's going to put men off wanting to marry them in the future because they want that quick money.
Yeah.
And, you know, even OnlyFans girls are like, yeah, well, you guys don't give drug dealers a hard time because it's something similar. But like, yeah, a lot of people get dragged into that when they're young. They don't think about the repercussions. So I think it's important for people like us, you know, popular boys and whatnot, to show that other side that you don't have to get involved in that. And you can still live good when you're young.
I mean, who wants to be a rapper, bro? If I'm being real, like even me doing this at my age, and obviously I've got a corporate job, you know, it's like people are gonna see this and think of me differently, like see me in a different light.
Really, I think
100% people see me in a different light.
That's so interesting because I thought that would give you an edge. I thought people would want to be with.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I don't
Really?
think so, bro. Maybe if I was like, maybe I'm just in my own head, like that might just be my kind of self.
Because girls love that like bad boy image, but not a bad boy.
True, I guess. Yeah.
They want that mix of both. So.
Yeah, you think you want.
Yeah.
You don't want.
But you don't want.
Yeah.
Right, honestly, every guy I've had on the podcast, even girls that I speak to, like it's so like long, like they all have that stage of wanting a bad boy.
And then they get eaten alive.
Then they get eaten alive, then they switch it up in their 30s to a nice guy, like
because you have to, like.
Yeah, of course.
You ain't gonna settle with a player, right?
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
100%.
It's not what.
100%.
But
I do feel like people should decide what they want earlier, especially when some of those ramifications can be so crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, man. I mean, it's whatever you do, and especially because everything's so public nowadays. Whatever you do, it will be found out.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know, if it's bad enough, boy, it's going viral out here. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
So yeah, man.
It's funny because I feel like, again, just going back to like some of the conversations I've had with OnlyFans girls, I'm like, I'm gonna send my kid to private school because of the money I've made, and then they're gonna get it. I'm like, I went to private school, and private school was arguably more vicious.
For real.
And definitely, if you're gonna have, you know, ethnic minority children, very, very nowhere near as diverse. So trust me, it's cold. Like people forget how mean and rough school is.
Yeah, man, it's savage.
School's savage. School's a lot more savage than adult life.
I had it like easy going. To be fair, I think.
Yeah.
I think for me, I did.
Yeah.
I imagine going to school in London must be quite tough.
Yeah. Private school, Bedford.
Private school, yeah. Private school.
But I did. Yeah, it had its moments. I mean, yeah, it got easier, and I had a good group of friends. But even like within that, like some of the jokes and stuff. So.
What, like racist or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was just ending up beating people up.
You say that.
Yeah.
But when you're outnumbered.
Yeah, well, like fully outnumbered.
And like sometimes it's your boys saying it, but then it's like, oh yeah, they're your boys. It's long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you can't just go around beating people up the whole time.
You have to.
Right? So it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Just get myself kicked out. Just send me to a public school or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's very easy to say that. Trust me, it's easier said than done. I had my moments. I had my moments. I got a couple licks in. Trust me. Okay, cool. So, do you think it would be hard? So, generally speaking, put the general behind it. Do you think it would be hard juggling a relationship as a rapper?
I think it depends how. You know, you've got some rappers. I guess I'd call them like part-time rappers.
Okay.
You know, you can make music without being obsessed with music, I'd say. You can do anything. Whatever you want to do in life, you can do it half-heartedly. You can do it when you feel like it, blah, 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 whatever. So I guess being with someone who is like very tunnel visioned, very driven, very kind of like, you know, hard-working, whether it's music or whether it's business, whether it's athletics, whether it's sport, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, being with that person is gonna be difficult, right?
Again, it's that bringing it back to a girl. They always want the entrepreneur.
Yeah, but they
But
don't
then they
know what comes with
realize
it.
yeah, or they want the guy with the money, and they don't realize how much little
Yeah.
time that they have for
And
it.
let's not even just put it on females. Turn it the other way around.
Yeah,
If we want hardworking entrepreneurs, self-driven, self-made females was the word I was looking for. But we want all of this other stuff, that we have our needs, blah blah blah. But because they're busy doing what they're trying to achieve, they can't always serve those needs. We're gonna be moaning the same way. So it goes both.
but do you want, without touching too much into this, do you think men generally care about that?
What, like, care about having a self-made woman?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Ooh,
But like a money girl,
a money girl.
like you know how like
Someone
women
who's
like,
up, like.
yeah, a lot of women across the board, they want someone that's up, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think men
Oh,
really
you
care
think
about
less
that.
men care
Yeah,
about
of
it?
course.
Yeah, I'd
Because
say
men value different things.
Yeah, I'd say ratio-wise, if we're looking at how.
Ratio-wise, yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But obviously, there's probably some
Yeah.
men who want a successful partner. You know what I'm saying?
Want a bad B,
Yeah,
a
for
boss,
sure.
a boss babe.
Like,
But what about even from like the rap aspect to like? So I know you're not like this, but
Yeah.
surely like there's because I've seen loads and loads of interviews over the years,
Yeah.
and rappers say like how much females is just such a heavily influence. Females in the studio, bits are going on in the studio. We all know, unfortunately, sometimes bad things happen in the studio.
What? Like what?
Executives
For real?
oversleeping their welcome.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is you.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
talking generally
Yeah,
speaking.
of course. Yeah.
Generally speaking, but
I'm
like,
not that far yet.
maybe one day or so. But like, even from that aspect, like, obviously, I think rappers sometimes get a bit of a name for just being very promiscuous.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I think people resonate with that kind of music, like vulnerable, emotional music. So yeah, like experiences like that, whether it's
Athletes,
yeah,
not just rap.
yeah, no,
athletes.
exactly.
And the thing I think that's like cool, cultural.
People
It's
gravitate
always-
towards, and
Yeah,
and it has that kind of stigma around it.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, if you're like that, you're like that. If you're not, you're not.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're gonna judge you either way.
I think usually behind the stereotype, a lot of the times it is unfortunately true. But I think it does also depend on the person.
Thing is, like, bro, there's a way of being like that without being an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I would use a different word if I could, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be that way and still be real.
Yeah.
And all those people that you are doing that with, they can still respect you and still be cool with it.
100%.
Like, you can be.
You don't have to be peer pressured.
No.
I've never been peer pressured into anything in my life.
Like, so, it depends. It comes down to respect, having respect for the other gender.
Yeah,
Really.
I like that. Okay, so thoughts on viral rap, and are you looking for a viral moment?
I say we're all looking for viral moments as much as we want to deny it,
Yeah.
because I guess a viral moment for me would be just something gaining enough traction that it would cause a large amount of people to now, take in all of my music and appreciate me as an artist. I wouldn't want, well, it's not about I wouldn't want, I'm not going to say no, but that's what I would like prefer, as opposed to a viral moment where one song just goes crazy,
Okay, gimmicky.
that's all you know me for, and then nothing else happens after that.
Okay, would you create a gimmicky song to get
No.
that? Never.
No. I mean, I've made commercial music.
Yeah.
I made a commercial track yesterday. I was in the studio with a female singer. Her name's Lavelle. She's from Sheffield. We made a dope song, super commercial, radio hit. But that doesn't feel like me being corny or cringy, because we made the kind of music that we love. We grew up listening to that. It's
Yeah.
old school inspired.
Yeah, I think more when I say commercial, I
You
don't
mean
I mean like
something
a
like
corny.
pop, like just straight.
Yeah, like what's an example? There's so many examples.
Some. Oh,
What's it called? Whoopsie. What's that song called?
What Ardy?
No. What's that song called? Whoopsie. I haven't got my whoopsie.
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 That's what it's called.
Yeah. Is
Oh,
it Whoopsie?
Who's it by?
He's like that Mexican rapper.
Ah, yeah, I know what you're on about.
Whoopsie.
Nah, it's
Whoopty,
not-
whoopty.
Yeah, so
Whoopty,
yeah,
whoopty,
yeah.
whoopty. Like a song like that.
I mean, to me that's not corny. That's a dope track. Corny, I thought you were thinking like.
Okay, there's that. Obviously, okay. Let me give an example of this, but not the right words. Obviously, there's that dissing like single moms. So you let him hit it wrong.
I heard that.
Okay, cool. It's a massive viral song at the
Really?
moment by someone that's not a good rapper.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of stick online because of the way he is and like.
So he's done that
podcasts.
deliberately.
He's done that deliberately,
Yeah.
but it's given him a huge platform, huge
Yeah.
name. I'm not trying to say you need to cuss out women, but I'm just saying that like just a super corny.
I would never do nothing that questions my integrity. You know what I mean?
Oopsie daisy.
That's just a commercial song. I feel like. You know what I mean?
That was cool.
Maybe corny. I mean, because J. Cole thinks Workout was corny.
No,
But it wasn't,
that wasn't
But
corny.
he thinks it's corny.
But that's probably how real of a rapper he is.
So am I. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes to my question even
Yeah.
more.
I would make a commercial. If I was Cole, would I make Workout? Yeah, I would, because I think it's dope.
But I don't mean workout. I mean a oopsie daisy to me, a super just cheesy tune.
So Oopsie Daisy to me would be cheesier than Workout to me.
Oh,
Is that
they're
what you're
not
saying?
even on the same level.
Not even on the
Workout's
same
not a cheesy song.
Alright. Then I guess the answer is no then, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to always make something that I think is representative of me
Yeah.
as an artist. And not only as an artist, but as me, bro.
Yeah.
Because I still live a normal life and I need to be perceived in a certain way.
Yeah.
I can't be that wasteman who you would have got it did. So, you know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah.
Hey. Random question.
Yeah.
Were you smart as well into all this? These things you've accomplished in your life?
Smart, like what? Book smart.
Yeah.
I think I was like, I'd say above average, but I never applied myself, so I probably didn't like reach like where I could have.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of cruise through.
Yeah. You
Got
did what you
through
needed
it.
to do.
I've been like that from rest of my like for all my life, even day jobs. Like just do what I need to do, fly under the radar, because I ain't passionate about that.
Yeah.
I ain't passionate about books, studying, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm passionate about whatever I want to work towards.
Mm.
So all that is what it is. Right?
Do you think that can help you with your pen though? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
obviously specific.
Like English is what I was good at. English literature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's writing.
Writing, yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know what I mean? Like, I'm always good at, just writing stuff, whether it's an email at work, or people always be like, oh, that was written so well. It's like, I'm a rapper, what do you think?
That's what I do. Even as a business development manager, salesman, it's taken me so long to get good at that side of things.
Yeah.
I'm more like, get in your face,
Talk
sell
to you.
something, talk to you, present, but writing emails, fair play. I see how that correlates.
Yeah, the connection. Yeah. Definitely.
Of course, perfect. And just last question about girls. So, why do you think relationships are struggling in 2024? Well, this isn't about girls, it's obviously gender neutral. It's
I mean,
girls.
I keep hearing this narrative everywhere, but like, I don't really know. I mean, I guess obviously there's a couple of things you can chalk it up to. Obviously, a big one is social media.
Yeah.
Huge one, not even a big one. It's probably
Huge,
probably a lot stems from that, because you've got social media, which, like, separate from the relationship, just social media impacting people as individuals and their mind state and their confidence in themselves.
That's a great point.
Their
Mental health.
their mental health outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So then they're already going into these relationships with those problems. And then obviously during the relationship, you've got the issues that social media casts on the relationship.
Yeah.
Because you've now got trust issues because of social media.
Yeah.
So it's already stabbed you twice.
Yeah. That's
It's
a
done
great
you.
point.
It's done you dirty, like, from both angles.
Yeah.
Thirdly, you've got the way social media makes it seem like, obviously, we've got access to all the baddest chicks out there, all the guys. There's so many guys out there. Ain't how it is. Come on, it's not how it is it? Really? So you've got that kind of throwaway mentality.
Yeah. I think silver lining is the biggest thing for in relationships.
Like, grass ain't green.
Okay, what? Oh, he doesn't agree with my political stance.
Next one.
Next one.
Yeah. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. But like, there ain't no right or wrongs in terms of like how you deal with those situations. As long as it's coming from a rational place, I feel like, because.
But that's the thing. I would say there definitely is a right and wrong because it's it's all coming from an extremely irrational place. It's like marriage. Like people are so quick to get in marriages for the wrong reasons, and then divorce so quickly. Divorce rates are all time high.
I think it's just that's normal. That's the new normal.
Quick.
Yeah.
Everything's quick. Music's quick.
Short term.
Everything's quick.
Yeah.
TikTok's quick.
You're gonna have the rare like occurrences where like two people find each other and they are like two peas in a pod. That can happen.
Yeah.
It can still happen, but the environment, the world we've created, isn't really built in a way designed for that to happen. 100%. So when it does, it's rare.
Yeah.
But when it does, it's beautiful, man. And it's like people that find that, they'll know that they have to keep it. I feel like, you know. And if it ain't that, even if it is because of social media or it is because we think the grass is greener, if it ain't that, then maybe it just ain't that. And it weren't meant to work anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, cool. If we've got all these issues that stem from this, stem from that, and whatnot, stem from me not being in a stable position anyway, should we all say to ourselves like, no, we're gonna work through this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna sort my life out. We're gonna work through these problems. Should we all say that?
I personally think yes.
Yeah,
there's no right or wrong. Up in the, as you say, kind of capitalist environment we are at the moment.
Yeah.
Where you've got, you know, more women by far single and lonely. You know, between 20 to 45. It's actually 40. It's actually now 45% of women
are single
and lonely. Sorry, not sorry. Keep saying lonely. Single with children, lonely. 30% of men for the first time ever can't get sex under 30. Like there's if you actually look into the stats, it's actually extremely scary.
Yeah.
I know that's not obviously your bag, but the stats tell an awful.
Where do these stats come from? These are just questionnaires that people.
Nah, a lot of them actually.
What's the sample sizes? What's the
sample sizes are big, and so a lot of them come from the U.S. Bureau of National Statistics.
Okay.
So we're talking about solid, or meta-analysis studies, which is not just one study. That's a group of studies that have been done together. So these aren't just flimsy, £1,000 people, everybody, you know, took an answer to some questions. These are serious stats. And stats that have got worse over time. Like it used to be like 10% of men in 2012.
10?
Yeah.
What?
Or 8%.
Can't get.
Yeah.
Not getting sex under 30.
And now it's gone to 33% in what, 12 years?
It's crazy. I would have expected that number to kind of like decrease, surely, with the accessibility.
Because obviously a lot more women are working, and women are naturally hypergamous and value money and stuff a lot more. The pool of men that they're going for is so much slimmer. Yeah. So I always like to say, I've said it too many times, you would have had Sally in West Brom, would have dated Dave down the pub from West Brom because he seemed like a good fit. Now Sally's like, okay, well, Drake's coming to town. But then Drake's like going, okay, well, Sally, you know, Sally, I can chop Sally, she's in West Brom. Yeah. But then she then sleeps with Drake, she then thinks Drake's her standard, then it all becomes about ballers. Yeah. This and that and this and that. And then she gets to the end of it and it's like, okay, well, I've done all of that, now I want a nice guy, but maybe those nice guys aren't around anymore. And that's where I think the biggest problem is.
Yeah, I mean, but does that not apply to us too?
No, because we don't have nowhere near the amount of options.
We don't?
No, even as a good-looking guy, like they've done studies on this, comparing a model guy to a below-average female. Below-average female got a lot more attention. If you look at dating apps, men swipe right on average 55% of the time. Women swipe right 5% of the time.
5? On
average. Yeah, but the dating market is so skewed.
5%, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And like the thing but this is where it's a problem for women as well. It's fine, your standards rising, like fair enough is what you deserve, but then there's only a small percent of men that you're looking at. Yeah. So that means that small percent of men are way more promiscuous.
Why?
because they're getting all the attention. They're getting
Oh,
way.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, because most women are settling.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man.
Crazy.
But anyway,
Yeah.
moving on, because I know we got limited time left.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick review
Alright.
of the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Yeah.
Who do you think won? What did you think? And how do you think it affects the culture?
You know, I don't really think it affects the culture massively. I mean, obviously, it's benefited us from a standpoint of we've just witnessed something that we probably won't ever witness again, like one of the biggest moments in hip hop history. So that was obviously amazing to witness. Well, you know, we might again. It was probably only 20 years ago that the whole Pat Biggie ordeal occurred, and this is arguably the biggest since then.
These guys didn't die.
Yeah,
Which is great.
that's real.
W.
So yeah, man, I think from a cultural standpoint, obviously that is just amazing to see in the world we live in now as well. So it was obviously the way it unfolded, like we've never seen that before. It's kind of, you know, as much as I kind of disagree with kind of how certain aspects did unfold, it was still sick, man. Like waking up every day, like, oh, did he drop? Did he drop? Speaking in the group chat.
Yeah, all the boys trying to figure out the meaning.
Literally, like crazy amount of bars.
Yeah, I think the Me Too movements went a bit too far. But both of them are trying to get themselves cancelled, it felt, for things that were most likely lies.
Yeah,
that was a bit.
Like it seemed to become less about rap, more about what can now unfold about you as an individual. Which, yeah, that's a whole nother debate for another. Yeah, really. But I think no one can argue that, you know, Kendrick came out top dog.
Of course.
One thing it did highlight to me is and motivate me is that how difficult it must have been for the two of them to perform at such an elite level of penmanship. Consistently, track after track after track, under duress.
But don't you think it was way more impressive from Drake, because we don't really... Kendrick was always going to come...
Both of them, bro. This is under pressure. Yeah, this isn't just in the comfort of your own home, I'm making music whenever I want. This is like, damn.
Kendrick more impressed me with pace, because we've never seen that from him before. So quick.
He
usually likes to take his time.
Pace, everything, bro.
But I thought it highlighted how it's highlighted, like, everybody slept on Family Matters because of how good Meet the Graves was. Meet the Graves was my favourite track in the whole thing. Yeah. But Family Matters was such a cold tune. Bro, but it's just the way Kendrick, just the timing. Kendrick didn't let that sit for like 3 hours.
They are leagues above, like, the majority of rappers.
Oh yeah.
That's what it highlighted to me. And
what did you think about Cole dropping out?
He did the right thing.
Yeah, it's a noble move.
He did the right thing. He's a realist in the game, bro. He did the right thing. And if anything, out of both of them, like Drake, out of the three of them, I think Cole... Cole's not... I was going to say he's like the best off. He ain't the better off. But he did the right thing. He stayed true to himself.
Yeah. He's like, I can see things getting uncovered. I don't want to be part of any of this. He knew he was going to take a lot of criticism for that, but I rated it because I saw why. Yeah. I could see where it was going to go.
Yeah.
And he just said, you know what? Both of you, man, are my boys. You're both coldest in the game. I'm happy to just drop out of this.
As a fan of Cole, it's difficult though, hearing how hungry he is on certain tracks. And the bars he be getting off about, I'ma kill this rapper, blah, blah, blah. But one thing, I know we're running out of time, one thing, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah.
We're literally the last 20 seconds. So is there anything that you want to plug?
You know, check me out, man. Cam Thomas, all social media platforms. Cam Thomas, the number S is a 5. Just check me out, man. I got more music coming. If you don't, it's cool. If you like good music, it's there, cool. Man. It's there.
Not cool. The most talented rapper that I know. He's cold. He's really doing his thing. Albums, merch. He's hitting it all. And a nice mix of music as well.
Oh yeah, more.
There's everything.
Way more to come.
I'm looking forward to it, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming.
What's up?
Love.